Alrighty guys, it's your girl Niara J and we are here in Times Squares, literally in Times Squares with Video City with Hero the King, right? That's how you say it?
Yep.
Okay, we're here with Hero the King. You came all the way from Fort Lauderdale. What is going on? Thank you for coming and taking the time to sit with us.
Not a problem. The grind is strong. That's what's going on.
So alright, before we get into who you are, he told me that he came here for this interview. Let's talk about that dedication.
It's in my blood, you know what I'm saying? I don't just stop when I'm doing something, you know what I'm saying? I got my eyes set on the prize, so I'm coming for it. I don't care where it's at.
I love it. And that type of dedication, it's not in everybody. So that's super important. Now let's get into who you are. Who is Hero the King?
Well, Hero the King, like you said, I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, by way of Pompano Beach. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing music for quite a while now. And what I'm doing is, you know what I'm saying, just really sowing my seeds, you know what I'm saying, and making sure I get the movement moving, you know what I'm saying. Everything big, so I'm going to make it big myself, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, in a nutshell, that's what it is.
I love it. And you're a rapper.
Right.
You a true MC. I will say that because you really do be spitting in your songs. I listened to a few songs and you really be spitting. But before we get into that, what made you get into music?
Well, you know, Tupac put me on, you know, start putting the pen to the pad. That's that inspiration right there.
So he was one of your big influences.
Yeah, most definitely.
Nice. I love it. And you mentioned, well, I mentioned earlier, you're from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's where you were born and raised?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how has your surroundings really influenced your music?
Well, you know, it takes that type of, you know, coming from having nothing to finally having something that you can grasp hold to. You know what I'm saying? They play a major role in the material that I put out. So, you know, I give it all to the struggle, you know what I'm saying? And I won't take none of that back.
I love it. And as I mentioned before, you really be talking in your songs. Like I feel like rappers nowadays, they don't really talk about anything.
Right.
And I feel like it's important to really have a message. So why is that important for you? Why is that so important for you to actually have a message and actually say something in your music?
You know, I say to myself, you know, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than just us, you know what I'm saying, at what we doing. It's something, you know what I'm saying, that globally need to come about. You know, I think change is what need to happen. So if you ain't really spitting about nothing, you know, it ain't gonna make no sense to me, you know. So, you know, I'm just built different, you know what I'm saying. So I'm here on a mission to get things done and just play my role. Absolutely.
Now let's talk about your song, Internal, going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Can you break down the song? Because I was actually, you know, looking into it. I listened to the song. I saw a few of the videos. And I saw some people actually do a breakdown of the song. And you were actually talking on the song. Can you do a breakdown of the song for us?
Well, the song Internal, as you can hear, you know what I'm saying, internally, you know what I'm saying, there's problems that everybody got to deal with. You know what I'm saying, certain things that, you know, you done dealt with as a child all the way up to your adulthood and even now, you know what I'm saying. So it just came from things that I know of many people that done went through things and myself that done went through them. And, you know what I'm saying, I just put it on paper, put it on wax, and, you know, this is what we got. You know what I'm saying. It's like, to me, when it comes to life situations, ain't nothing gonna top that when it comes to that type of music. Mm-hmm. Nothing, anything that hit you to the soul, hit you to the heart, there's nothing that's gonna top it. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, that really pushed me, you know, to do that song so people can start hearing something different and, you know what I'm saying, get some inside motivation and, you know, just to uplift your spirit somehow, some way.
Absolutely. And talk about some of your other songs. I know Internal was one of them, but talk about your other songs and what are some of the other things that you would like to promote and for people to know?
Yeah, I just released another track May 5th, I believe, called No Headaches. You know what I'm saying? It's self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? Just removing yourself from situations, you know, that may bring headaches and stuff like that. you know what I'm saying, to put you in that mindset like, man, I don't want to be around none of that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep on doing what I got to do and, you know what I'm saying, keep my head strong. You feel me? But at the same time, it's a club vibe. So it give you that vibe that, you know, it puts you in that mood. Like, you know, it ain't going to have you stuck up. It's going to have you moving at the same time, you know.
Absolutely. So you're versatile. So you got some club stuff, and then you have some thought-provoking songs that'll really, you know, have people thinking.
Right.
I love that. So why is it important for you to be so versatile?
You know, that's, to me, I've been doing it for a while, and I always try to test myself in different areas, you know what I'm saying, from A to Z. So, and when I test myself like that, I begin to master certain things when it comes to creating. And, you know, I'm my worst critic. I'm not finna release anything that does not make me think, you know what I'm saying, that does not have any draw to it. So, that whole you know, process that, you know, when it comes to creating, that plays a big role in, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that we hear and you know, coming from me. So versatility, that's how I like to come. Any track that I jump on, I'm going to approach it different. You will never hear me approach any song the same way. It's gonna always be different. It's gonna feel like it's a group on every song, you know.
I love that. And what advice? Because I feel like sometimes artists, rappers, like they kind of get stuck in this box, and they don't have that versatility.
Right.
So, what advice would you give an artist that's struggling with finding like a different sound and being versatile?
To be honest, you know what I'm saying, first you got to find yourself.
Yes.
And when you find yourself, then you'll find where you really need to be. That will open up even more dimensions to your creativity that you never expected. That's pretty much how it happened with me. I had to find myself.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. And when I found myself, it was on and popping from there.
Was that kind of tough, really trying to hone in and find yourself? Because it's challenging for some people.
Yeah, it's challenging. You know, outside of the, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual world, after you find yourself, you got to make sure that you just be different.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing the same material, it's going to be repetitive.
Exactly.
Everybody's saying the same thing, you're looking the same way, so
exactly.
we won't be able to point you out, you know. So that's the hard thing.
It is.
Yeah. Once you find yourself, you good.
Exactly, and that's great advice. What advice do you have for, in general advice, music advice for up and coming artists that they're trying to pursue music? Maybe they need an extra push. Maybe they don't know where to start, or maybe they haven't started yet and they're kind of thinking about it.
Well, you know, when it comes to that, you know, all I can tell you really, you know what I'm saying, your heart got to be in it first. You know, your heart has to be in it. If your heart in it, there's nothing going to stop you. You know, whatever trials that you may be going through, there's nothing going to stop you. You're going to always be able to create. You may have your times where you can't create, but that's okay. Once them gates open up, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to feed the people. You feel me?
Exactly.
And when you feed them, how you feed them, don't feed them the junk food. You feel them? You feed them that soul food.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it. And what do you have coming up that you want the people to know about, you want our audience to know about?
Well, I'm definitely finna get ready to knock out a few videos. And I'll be back to New York, in Brooklyn to be exact, for the Juneteenth. Yeah. Well, I think that was June 14th,
June
I think.
14th.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'll be back.
I saw that you had a show. So you just ripping and running. You just grinding. The grind don't stop.
Yeah, I ain't playing around. I get broke doing it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You are dedicated to your craft. So that's always a great thing. Make sure you guys stay tuned for everything he has coming up. Videos dropping. Stay tuned for everything internal out. Make sure y'all stay tuned and keep it locked in. Thank you so much for joining us.
Already, don't forget about No Headaches. Y'all can tap in at me at www.heroismusic.com. Yeah.
And your Instagram, where can we contact you?
Oh, yeah. You can hit me up on IG, Hero 325 Music. That's on all platforms. Hero 325 Music.
Stay tuned and keep it locked in. Thank you so much.